We've also got a live picture coming from the United States in Miami, Florida, and we were discussing earlier the indictment of Donald Trump today in a Miami court.
And of course, he is heading to court. It's now, of course, time to appear. There he is. I think I just spotted him there a little bit. And of course, this is in relation to the handling of those classified documents. He's, of course, said this is a political witch hunt, trying to stop him from running for presidency again in the next election. But it is interesting to see when you listen to a lot of people talking about this, including Sharon Bryce Peace, that the polls are showing that his support is shooting through the roof. His loyal supporters are still putting their money, to back him. The Republicans seem to have a problem here because he's the lead in terms of the candidate.
And we'll see if any of that changes after today, after allegations that the former president shared classified information with people who simply did not have the appropriate security clearances. And you'll recall, Bongiwe, that he was very, vociferous on how he would be as a president in terms of protecting and enhancing as well as enforcing all laws concerning the protection of classified information. And we understand from some of the discussions and the debate that those words may come back to haunt him.
And of course, a lot of the cases, some have said that the prosecutors have built a lot of the case based on what he's had to say, based on what his lawyers have said. So his words may come back to haunt him. So certainly quite a lot, of people watching this. His own supporters have also come out to say that they believe him when he says that this is a political witch hunt aimed at trying to block him from running for presidency again in the next election. And you think about the fact that even when the insurrection happened, Iman, these were some of the protesters, his loyal supporters, who were saying that he's done nothing wrong.
He certainly does have a very strong support base. But going back to some of these charges, and they certainly seem to be quite serious. Again, a lot depends and hinges on what happens in Miami federal court, because the allegations around these documents, the treatment of them, in fact, even attack plans ostensibly related to particular countries were discussed with just ordinary staff who didn't have the appropriate clearances. And if the prosecution can establish all of that without a shadow of a doubt, there certainly is going to be, one would expect an insurmountable battle for him. But again, it all plays out in about an hour or so from now, is what our reporter who's in Miami, Florida at this moment is telling us.
And of course, while the media won't be allowed inside court, but we'll certainly continue to monitor this and bring you the very latest on this particular story that a lot of people are watching just to see how it all plays out. And he's expected to speak in the early hours of the morning, our time, which is around 8 p.m. their time. And of course, it's probably going to be more of the same.
Right, we'll see if it's, if it is more of the same, or whether there's a new direction that the former president is going to go into.